Well, can you hear me? Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It's not really morning. It's delightful to see so many of you. How many of you live in Warren? And how many of you live not in Warren? How many of you live raise your hands?
So, in other words, I could finish my job. So, I these people back home.
It's great to see you. Isn't this an incredible space? It's such a beautiful building. And the weather cooperated. We were discussing all week whether this was going to happen because of the threats of snow. I'm one of those annoying people that's really actually been enjoying this winter immensely.
Yeah.
But
People can't stand for.
But I did say somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday, I told a friend I'm starting to get squirrely, I said. And I don't even know what that means, but it just seems like the right thing to say. I thought it's kind of makes us starting to get squirrely. So we lost one of our greatest heroes at the age of 94. A lot of you know Pete Seeger passed away a couple weeks ago. And so in his memory, we want to remind you, encourage you to sing whenever you want to. Some of our songs are not so conducive to group singing, but if you know them, you just sing along. That was one of the greatest messages that Pete Seeger gave us, to sing. So how about we start out with something you can sing along to? Good luck on this one, because this is one of the hardest choruses, but it's very repetitive. Spanish Lady is a very intriguing Irish folk song. It's hundreds of years old. It's a love song. And the particular chorus in this version is numbers sung backwards. 20, 18, 14, wait. 20, 18, 16, 14. How are we doing? 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9. That's one part. 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. You will do fabulously on it. As I was walking through Dublin City, about 3 hours, 12 o'clock. good singing. I think you were singing. I could see your lips moving. We were making such a racket up here. Can you hear us okay? Is this a decent volume for you? Hello. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you. We know a lot of you by name. That's one of the things we love about what we do. And I'm thinking a lot about our elders lately, some of them who've left us, and the legacy, the incredible legacy they've given us. And I've already mentioned Pete Seeger. Our greatest source singer of all, of the older generation, is Jean Ritchie, and she's 91 and still with us, living in Berea, Kentucky. Jean was the youngest of 14 in a family they called the Singing Family of the Cumberlands. And I love the reminder to sing together, such a wonderful thing to remember to do. This is a song that Jean and Pete Seeger did on his television show, The Rainbow Quest, in the mid-60s. It's called Jenny Jenkins, and it's a play party song. It's a game. It's a courting song, and the idea is that the boy is saying to the girl, what color are you going to wear? And he names a color, and she has to cleverly rhyme it with something. And so it's a bit of a duel. And then there's a tongue twister chorus in here. If you can sing anything, sing Roll, Jenny Jenkins, Roll. You got that part. But if you're feeling a little more clever, sing I'll buy me a foldy roll, tilly tally, CKW, suppose a roll, the binding, roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. That's the whole thing. Try it again. I'll buy me a foldy roll, tilly tally, CKW, suppose a roll, the binding, roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Okay, well that's all good and fine, but now we need some colors, and instead of just Elvin and I picking the colors, why don't we get them from you? Orange, I see we're among friends. Who said that? I want full accountability. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
You criminal.
We used to be our friends.
What do we have over there? Now that's from the kids. Pink?
All right.
I know some good things that rhyme with pink. Blue.
Magenta. I heard that.
Did you say magenta?
And blue and pink, magenta, orange.
Purple. Wait, what did you just say? Chartreuse. I thought somebody said chestnut.
It is. Don't give me any ideas.
What else? What else do you have? Come on. Yellow. Burnt sienna. That was my cousin. Thanks a lot. What kind of people are you? Green. Turquoise. Those lavender. Periwinkle. I just have to remind you that. Yes, one more from the boy up there. Red? Thank you. You're a good friend. Okay, here we go. We'll pick the only ones we can do well. How's that?
You wear yellow on the deer, on the deer. Do you wear yellow, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear yellow because I'll never get a fellow. I'll find a gold rose, baby, I'll seek it out, you see, cause I roll, roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear purple, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear purple, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear purple because it makes me purple.
I'll find a gold rose, baby, I'll seek it out, you see, cause I roll, roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Will you wear magenta, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear magenta, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear magenta because I'd rather eat polenta. I'll buy a roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll. Will you wear pink, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear pink, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear pink because it makes me stink. Chartreuse, oh my dear, oh my dear. Will you wear chartreuse, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear chartreuse because I'd rather wear puce. I'll buy Jenny Jenkins, roll. Oh, will you wear blue? Oh my dear, oh my dear. Will you wear blue, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I never wear blue because I look like you.
Jenny Jenkins, so there I'll climb the holy road until you tell me secret of a use of the road, the winding road, Jenny Jenkins road. Oh, what will you wear on the deer? What will you wear to Jenkins? Oh, what do you care if it just don't bear? I'll climb the holy road until you tell me secret of a use of the road, the winding road, Jenny Jenkins road. I know I didn't get all the ones the kids gave us, so maybe during the break you can tell us what rhymes you would sing to those. And Periwinkle, forgot to do
Well, I
Periwinkle.
couldn't do green because it's too obscene.
It makes me mean.
Yeah. And it certainly wouldn't do red because it goes to her head.
Well, Valentine's Day is almost upon us, and in thinking about the legacies of our people like Pete Seeger, I think Pete Seeger was all about love. That if you sum it up in one word, to me, that's what his legacy and his message was. And so, what better time to be celebrating his life than right around Valentine's Day? In fact, there's an event on Valentine's Day, a memorial concert for him. And this is a song that we like to do around Valentine's Day. This was coming from Jean Ritchie's family again, and it was sung during her parents' wedding week. Her parents were old when they had her. She was the youngest of 14, so they were super old when they had her. They were in their 40s and 50s. You can imagine that, having a child at those ages, which people do all the time now. I think back then it was pretty old. And this is an old song that definitely has those Celtic roots. The Ritchies came over, the ancestors came over in the 1700s. They were Scots-Irish. They were the folks from Northern Ireland, the Presbyterians. And many of them traveled into the New World and settled in the country we call hillbilly country in southern Appalachia. So the Ritchies were a very well-established family down in eastern Kentucky, and they sung the beautiful songs of their ancestors. This was one of them called I've Been a Foreign Lander, and it has some really wonderful old, kind of sentimental imagery in it.
I've been a foreign lander for 7 long years and more. Among the bold commanders, where the thundering cannons roar, I conquered all my enemies, both along land and sea. It is my dearest jewel, your beauty has conquered me. If I should build a ship, my love, without the wood or tree, that ship would burst asunder if I could force to be. If ever I could force my love, the elements will turn, the fire will freeze to ice my love, the sea will rage and burn. Don't you remember Queen Ellen, all in her flowery reign, as she walked out of her paradise to curse the golden chain? But you, my dearest darling, are more divinely fair. I wish I was a turtle dove, just fluttering from my nest. I'd sing so clear in the morning, with the dew all on my breast. So sweetly would be the music, so doleful and sad her tune. I'd sing so clear in the morning, in the beautiful month of June. I wish I was 10,000 miles all on some lonesome shore, or among the rocky mountains where the wild beasts howl and roar. The lark, the lily-powdered eagle, and the little swallow too. I would give them all my dearest love if I was married to you.
Thanks. Isn't that a beauty? It's a very old song. We'll do another very old song that fits right into our environment here in Warren. Elwood and I moved to Warren almost 2 years ago, and we just loved every minute of it. We loved being in the East Bay. For me, it's being back in the East Bay. I moved away in 1974. As a child, we moved to Philadelphia, and then I came back to college and lived in Providence, and then we lived in Scituate, and then we lived in Foster. Can you imagine living in Foster for 15 years? Is that Doreen that I see? No, never mind. Some friends, new friends, bought our farm out in Foster, so we still get to go out there and visit it, so that's very nice. But I have to say, it doesn't snow as much here in Warren, and I kind of like it. I will admit that, except for this winter. I think it's been very egalitarian across the state of Rhode Island. But I digress, because this next song is a nautical song, and one of the fun things for me about moving back here to Warren is that I literally lived right across the river from my childhood home. And my father was a bit of a character here in Rhode Island until the mid-'70s. Some of the older folks remember David Atwater, and the Ship Store, which is where the Tyler Point Grill was, and then there's a new name for the restaurant. What's it called now? Blue Oyster Grill or something like that?
Oyster Cult.
But anyway, so it's kind of fun to be right back in the thick of where I lived, near where I lived when I was a child. My father was a nautical historian. For example, he was the first curator of the Marine Museum in Fall River. So he knew a lot about nautical history. And I realized much later that Elwood and I are curators as well, but in our case, we're curators of folk music. And we sing the old songs, research them, resurrect them, and reinterpret them. This is a hundreds, well, actually, some of the other songs we were doing go back hundreds of years. I think this is merely from the 19th century. And this is called the Jamestown Homeward Bound, a seafaring song. These sailors have been out to sea on one voyage for 3 years, and now they're coming home. And that alone astounds me. Imagine a business trip that takes 3 years to complete it. And no Starbucks anywhere. You know. I know, or Dunkin' Donuts, excuse me. So here goes. The Jamestown Homeward Bound, referring to Jamestown, Virginia. I'll do that again. You ready? The farmer's heart with joy is filled when the crops are good and sound. But who can feel the wild desire of the sailors homeward bound? For 3 long years have passed away since we left old Freedom's shore. Our long felt wish has come at last, and we're homeward bound once more. And we're homeward bound once more, to where the skies is clear as the maiden's eye who longs for our return, to the land where milk and honey flows and liberty was born. So fill our sails with the favoring gales and midshipmates all round. We'll give 3 cheers for our starry flag and the Jamestown homeward bound, and the Jamestown homeward bound. Now we have arrived in port, and stripping's our last job. And friendly faces look around in search of Bill or Bob. They see that we are safe at last from the perils of the sea. Say welcome, Columbia's mariners, to your homes in liberty, to your homes in liberty. So fill our sails with the favoring gales and midshipmates all around. We'll give 3 cheers for our starry flag and the Jamestown homeward bound, and the Jamestown homeward bound. In case some of you are seeing us for the first time and you're thinking, they have not told us what these are yet. These are American mountain dulcimers, Appalachian mountain dulcimers, the Kentucky state instrument. And of all the things we're playing up here, this is the most American. It's derived from a German zither-like instrument that came over with German people hundreds of years ago. And because Germans didn't settle so much in this part of the world, they went further west to the Midwest and the South. This became an American instrument of the Appalachian South. I could probably speak on it for another hour, but I'll stop there. Because we have to play more instruments. We have to play everything we brought. And if the kids want to sit closer, or anyone who ever was a kid, for this one, you're certainly welcome to sit on the rug if you want to. Because we're going to do the thing you've all been waiting for. The Lumberjack Extravaganza. Some of you are like, I don't know what that is. Sounds fun. We'll start out with the Rhode Island state bird, the chicken. Security? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I couldn't resist. I couldn't. And I will play the American banjo. This is an open back banjo. It has no big bowl-like resonator that the bluegrass banjos have, so you might not know this, but there are many different kinds of banjos. 5-string banjo just came from Africa long ago. The idea of it turned into the American banjo. And the way I play is still to this day quite African, and it's called clawhammer style, or crailing. The lumberjacks that Elwood will play are percussive dancing wooden dolls, come out of Irish immigrant history among others, and my feet in this instance come out of French-Canadian immigrant history. Aren't those crazy? right over there. When we take our break, come on over and look at that stuff. We're not going to take it quite yet, but in a couple of numbers. What's that? We have our CDs and our books. Some of you have expressed concern over not knowing how to make your contribution for this concert, so not to worry. Reverend Esther Irish will come up and talk to you right before we have our little intermission. But I will not be outdanced by those creatures.
We'll see about that.
I did not bring our old kitchen counter here for nothing.
Such a good dancer, let us sing first.
Thanks a lot. Whew. Very good exercise. Keeps you young, too. I am 83. If you believe that, then talk to me during the break. That's American flogging. And some of you, I think, are seeing us for the first time, so we'll identify some of the things we're doing. American flogging is like the cousin to Irish step dance and tap dance, too. Except I dance on my flat feet instead of my toes, which is how Irish step dancers and tap dancers dance. So we'll do a song. Somebody was mentioning, where is she? Who Will Sing For Me? Back there, yeah. We'll do Who Will Sing For Me? A song written by Carter Stanley, who was Ralph Stanley's brother. Ralph Stanley, many of you knows. Do they call him the father of bluegrass or what? What'd you say back there? Was that Tom or something? I know that voice. But Ralph Stanley died not too long ago. He was a beautiful bluegrass and old-time singer and musician. Who will sing for me? I hope you sing along.
Tell me
me was just an excuse because I wanted to date her. So I brought my guitar and some Cat Stevens songs and stuff. And we met at, I picked her up and went to Prospect Park up there on the east side. And then, I don't know, we just started playing music together. And now here we are 27 years later. She's 83 and I'm 64. Who knew?
Yeah, I robbed the cradle. So we'll do two songs back to back, and then we'll take our break. And I'll play the mandolin. This is a mandolin that we got indirectly from a man in Coventry, Rhode Island, about 10 years ago. He was a World War II veteran, and the story went that he put this in its case in the 1940s and went to serve in the war and never played it again. And I don't know why that is, because I didn't meet him directly. But I often wonder about that. My father was a WW2 veteran also, and whenever I sat with my father long enough and the stories would start rolling, they always defaulted to that time in his life, that most powerful time of serving in the war. And he had many stories. This next song is a composite of 5 different folk songs, some of which go back 300 or 400 years. The youngest is a little snippet of Pete Seeger's Where Have All the Flowers Gone? It reminds us of, in a sense, of the sad recyclability of songs that deal with war. It has a wonderful chorus called Dance All Night, Fiddle All Day, Dance All Night, Fiddle All Day, Dance All Night, Fiddle All Day. Do you want me to review any of that? Or that's the soldier's joy, they say. And there are lots of historical opinions of what soldier's joy is, whether it's payday or something worse.
Here stands a couple, and they join hearts and hands. He won't say why, and she won't say man. Soon they will get married if they can agree. They'll march on their own Tennessee, married they shall be. Dance all night, fiddle all day, dance all night, fiddle all day, dance all night, fiddle all day. That's the soldier's joy, they say. Here I stand on Buttermilk Hill. Who could blame me, cried my fill. Every tear could turn the mill. Johnny is gone for soldier. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. That's the soldier's joy, they say. Where have all the flowers gone? Where have all the flowers gone? Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. That's the soldier's joy, they say. You are your mama's darling boy. You are your mama's darling boy. You are your mama's darling boy. So play that tune called Soldier's Joy. Here stands a couple, they join hearts and hands. He won't say why, and she won't say man. Soon they will get married if they can agree. They'll march on down to old Tennessee, married they shall be. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. Dance all night, fiddle all day. That's the soldier's joy, they say.
We do have another song that was going to go right from that one, but my strap fell off. It was going to be a seamless segue.
Whole life has been seen some way.
So here's the seamless segue.
Never have seen the face of my Savior, but serving Him has been such a thrill. Never have seen the gates to the city, but one day I will. One day I'm gonna walk on the streets of pure gold, and they tell me that life has never yet been told. I'll be united with my loved ones on Zion's holy hill. But one day I will. Since the day I first met Him, He has been all to me, and my life with His joy He has filled. And I'm longing for the day when my eyes will behold Him. But one day I will. One day I'm gonna walk on the streets of pure gold, and they tell me that life has never yet been told. I'll be united with my loved ones on Zion's holy hill. But one day I will. Never have seen the face of my Savior, but serving Him has been such a thrill. Never have seen the gates to the city, but one day I will. One day I'm gonna walk on the streets of pure gold, and they tell me that life has never yet been told. I'll be united with my loved ones on Zion's holy hill. But one day I will. Oh, one day I will.
Well, marvelous. I'll hand over the, do you want to say something to Reverend Irish?
It is fantastic to look out and see each and every one of you here today. I'm glad that you've come to enjoy some music. It's our joy as a church to offer this for you. What I have been telling them every month at our concerts, and then 2 weeks ago we had a special speaker fly in from Atlanta. This church is doing very well on its own to do our everyday bills. But God blessed us with a fantastic building. Every 100 years, windows like this behind me have to be restored. It was put in 100 years ago. It's time, before it breaks down, creating problems to be restored. There are many other things that we want to keep this building up to par. Hopefully, the British won't come burn it again. We're definitely not going to tear it down to make a bigger structure at this point. And since we're celebrating our 250th, I say until 500 years. When it's 500 years old, then they will need to do more. And so, yes, we give this concert to you free. If you don't have the funds, the concert is free. If you do have the funds, we would be glad to have you give them some to us, and it will be used for capital campaign for improvements on this building that need to be to keep it so that it doesn't fall down around us. I would like to tell you of a couple things that are happening. We have tickets for our events. There are a few tickets with the blue colored around the church that are for this concert. If you would like to have one that says, "I was there," they are on the back table before you exit this room. They're there until they're gone. Next month on March 9th, we'll be having a pianist concert playing basically ragtime music. She makes the piano dance. There are some tickets with the black around the church because our printer broke and we had to go to a different printer. And then with red on the tickets, these tickets are not up there. On March 4th, we will be having a pancake supper here. Pancakes with all the fixings that go with them, and then ice cream crepes where you decide what you want to make up the ice, what fillings you want in your crepes. It's delicious. That's $12 for adults, $6 for children under 12. And we do have some of those tickets available if that's something that you're looking for. Now I would ask the ushers to come forward. During the time that they are collecting the offering, Kevin, our organist, will be playing our pipe organ because one of the things is we have concert groups come in here. They say, "Well, does your pipe organ work?" And we want to prove to you it does work. As soon as they come back with the offering plates, you are free to go to the piano. We just ask them not to have to fight with each other in the rows. Go to the grand piano over here where Elwood and Aubrey have CDs, music, a couple of dancing things, and they'll tell you what they have. Thank you for coming. me. There is a white Toyota Yaris. Somebody behind you needs to move. White Toyota Yaris. Is that you? Okay, thank you.
Anybody have anything to say? This is the place to say it. Sydney, you want to say something? Right here. This is where you're at the podium. Don't worry, the microphone's not on.
Oh, and we should start, and then we can. Do you feel like doing Will the Weaver? Let's get started.
What's the sign up for? What are you guys doing?
Oh,
We cleared this.
Here, you want one? Here, go tell them you're gonna take the doll. Quick, before they start. Here.
all right, we're getting started again. Getting the power on up here. All right, we're ready to start our second set. Let's go to Arkansas and do a song from a ballad singer named Almeda Riddle. And she was one of those old folks who the folk singers flocked to learn their songs. People refer to that kind of a singer in folk music as a source singer. And we've been lucky to spend our time around some of these old folks. We never did meet Almeda Riddle, but we met folks who learned from her. This is a kind of a gruesome ballad. Ballads are songs in folk music that have all the elements of a full story, and things don't turn out so well for this guy. This is a cautionary tale called Will the Weaver. How you doing? You ready? They're probably thinking, what are we doing? It's okay, we're married, and we've been married for 250 years, so... Neighbor, neighbor, it's well I met you. I'm gonna tell this for to fret you. Will the Weaver's at your door. He went and was seen no more. He ran home in a wonder. He kicked the door, roared like thunder. Who's that? The Weaver cried. That's my husband. You just a few seconds of that on satellite radio. I heard just a little snippet of Almeda Riddle singing that in a folk show with it clapping, and I thought, that's more than that. The sources are wonderful nowadays. Elwood and I have been playing folk music long enough to have evolved from going to the libraries to research our music to going to YouTube. YouTube is a beautiful thing. How about a song about a mermaid? This is another ballad. This is a modern ballad written by the late, great Shel Silverstein, who was a total nut. And you have a singing part. Are you ready to sing again? You have to do some repeating lines. Right tuning. Oh, the mermaid from Ontario, she had long green stringy hair-yo. The seaweed gown she'd wear-yo, but she had no one to marry-yo.
No, she had no one to marry.
Now this mermaid from Ontario, she loved a big mouth bass named Larry-o, who lived beneath Lake St. Clair-yo, under the St. Clair Ferry-o.
Under the St. Clair Ferry-o.
Where he lived without a carry-o.
Where he lived without a carry-o.
Now this mermaid from Ontario, she sent a seagull emissary-o to ask that big bass Larry-o if he'd consent to marry-o.
If he consent to marry. Oh, no, 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 cried Larry-o. My life I will not share-o. I'd rather live solitary-o. Sit around in my underwear-o.
Sit around in my underwear-o.
Right here on my derriere-o.
Right here on my derriere-o.
And you're so ordinary-o, while I'm extraordinary-o. I'm so debonair-o, and I have a fine vocabulary-o. Cause I memorize the fish dictionary-o.
Cause I memorized the fish's dictionary-o.
And before I marry you, I'd marry-o a Guernsey cow from the dairy-o, or eat a poison berry-o, wind up with the fish's dysentery-o.
Lined up with the fish's dysentery-o.
Oh me, oh my, that's scary-o.
Oh me, oh my, that's scary-o. Poor mermaid from Ontario, it was more than she could bear-o. So she cried for a day, then she swam away with the yuppie little guppy named Gary-o.
With the yuppie little guppy named Gary-o.
Now they're a happy pair-o, 'cause he's a millionaire-o. In his yacht named Lake St. Clair-o, they cuddle in the cozy little cherry-o.
They cuddle in the cozy little cherry-o.
Play music on their underwater stereo.
Play music on an underwater stereo.
And now that big mouth bass named Larry-o, he wed a Guernsey cow from the dairy-o, who fed him the poison berry-o. Now he's in the fish's cemetery-o.
Now he's in the fish's cemetery-o.
And that's the whole scenario. Very good singing. Isn't that a well-done song? Shel Silverstein. Elwood said, how did you get all those words to rhyme with O? Well, I haven't played our Irish tin whistles yet. These are not bagpipes, they're pipes in a bag. These are Irish tin whistles, and I have many of them because they're diatonic. And I bet some of you know what that means. It means you ain't got all the notes. So if you want to be versatile, like people do with the diatonic harmonica, you have a whole lot of them. And so I have everything from ones that dogs can only hear. You didn't hear that, did you? To the lowest one. Something like, or one of the lowest ones. And that's a really authentic, old-fashioned Irish tin whistle, a rolled piece of tin soldered together with a little wooden mouthpiece. Very ancient concept. And I will play this one for this number. This is another song from Arkansas this is a Jimmy Driftwood song. From Jimmy Driftwood, whose most famous song was The Battle of New Orleans. Some of you know that one that Johnny Morton made famous. Jimmy Driftwood was a history teacher, and he was passionate about conveying history, and he was a brilliant songwriter. He was thought to have written thousands of songs. So he wrote songs about history, or songs that allowed his students to see
history through the eyes of individuals. And this is called Song of the Cowboys, a song of going out west, hearing about the cowboys. And sing along on the chorus if you want.
A cowboy's life is a mighty hard life. I'm not here and cold, but I wouldn't trade all my cowpunching days for all of old Mundus's gold. There's horses to break and rustlers to fight, and deserts that would make you turn tail. But there's plenty of fun for the son of a gun who can sing and be gay on the trail. Hi-yi, 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 hi-yi. We round up the donkeys and drift them along around them all over the plain. We rope them and brand them and doctor the bulls and turn them out loose on the range. At night when the doggies are dreaming about cows headed all over the plain, the night riders sit in their saddles and sing from the dawn to the dawn of the day. Hi-yi, 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 hi-yi. When St. Peter calls us to come to his plain and herd the wild cattle up there, I hope all the boys who have roamed along the range will come when he gives them a dare. I want a good horse that can run a fast race and prove that don't care where we go. We'll ride away off to some desolate place and sing Ki-yi-ki-ki-yo. Ki-yi, Ki-yi-ki-ki-yo. Ki-yi,
Well, we're going to do two more songs for you and then a clogging demonstration, so get ready for that. And I do want to thank the Warren Baptist Church for inviting us to be part of their celebration of their 250th anniversary. I know it may appear that Elwood and I have been married that long, but that is in fact referring to the anniversary of how long this church has been in existence. And this was the first Brown University, wasn't it? Elwood and I were bantering at brunch. And I did go to Brown, but not here, because that was what, in the 1700s. Yeah. So Elwood said, did you go to the Brown University in Warren? And I said, you didn't even go to Brown because it didn't exist yet. We thought we were very funny, but apparently this is the kind of, these are the conversations we have when we're eating out alone on Sunday brunch. It might be an indication that we need more company. Well, here's a beautiful song that our mentor, Jean Ritchie, took from an old childhood game. Morning's come, Mariah's gone. And she turned it into a song that sounds more like one of longing, a beautiful, mournful sounding old-time song. Morning's come, Mariah's gone. It's a beautiful repetitive line, so please feel free to sing along. And I just realized that after all that talking, I needed to retune almost all the strings of the banjo.
Morning come and rise.
song of sorts. The Devil and the Farmer's Wife. The devil has come up to a farmer. This is an ancient ballad, hundreds of years old Scottish ballad. And the farmer says, I'm going to take one of your family members with me, down with me. And the farmer says, well, the farmer wasn't the smartest guy in the world. He says, well, don't take my son and leave him on the farm, but you can take my wife. And you'll see how things turn out for the devil. This is supposed to be a funny song, so please. And some of our old friends in Foster, Molly and George Thoman, they're in their 80s and 90s now. They've been married for well over, I think, over 60 years, and they always request this song. This is their song. We were very fortunate to have performed in our lifetime with Pete Seeger and also with Gene Ritchie, and they both sang this song. And when we played a concert with Pete Seeger years ago in Tiverton, he played first. I don't know how much you know about him, but he never wanted to be raised up in celebrity. He just wanted everybody to sing. And so he didn't care when he was billed with another group which one played first, as an indication of who was more famous. So at this concert, he played first. About 600 people came into the concert setting that summer day, and I thought, wonderful, we'll do The Devil and the Farmer's Wife, everybody will love it. And Pete did it. He got to it first. And we were just listening to his latest album, which came out in 2013, a double CD set called The Storm King. And Pete Seeger does the song on that album. And I realized we do a very similar version. These old ballads, there are many, many, many variants, sometimes hundreds of different versions of the same song. So the part you're going to sing is Hi, diddle-I, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle-I, a. You'll have no trouble. Living there still singing high, diddle-I, diddle-I, to batten down the
It just
hatches.
says we. Pretty much last time.
Well,
Stage
will
left.
you play at the end? See, now I, there you go. Now I gave it away. So if you feel like you want to step up closer or sit on the rug again and see the feet, you're welcome to do
I'll
that.
leave the building.
I was talking to one of the little girls here about how powerful it is to put on tap shoes. One time I taught a clogging class to the children at Hope Elementary, and there were about 10 little girls who had signed up for it, and they all had tap shoes. Imagine a herd of wild animals with tap shoes, and that's what it was. And after a while, we were making some nice rhythms. I didn't always wear tap shoes, though. When I first learned this style of dancing more than 20 years ago, I did what the old timers did and still do. I wore leather-soled shoes. I remember going to, was it Baloo's in Barrington and getting my shoes when I was a little girl. And also, of course, Jamie's shoes you had to learn. Back then, you could easily get leather-soled shoes. So in 1992, I went to Kentucky from Rhode Island to learn the music, to meet Gene Ritchie, and that's when I first saw this type of dancing. This is American step dancing, known as flat-footing. Also jig dancing, buck dancing, or clogging. There's a whole lot of names for it. It's danced very flat-footed, unlike tap dances that dance on toes. Tap dancing is much more expressive and showy. You do stuff like that. Use a little bit of tea for two. You get the idea. I'm not a tap dancer, I just do that one routine. And then, of course, there's Irish step dance. So on the timeline, there's Irish step dance came long ago, hundreds of years ago. And then clogging in America, and then tap dance. So Irish is, in its more modern form, very stiff upper body dance on the toes. There's a lot of ballet, and a very repetitive dance form. So the clogging I do is freestyle. I do very little choreography. This little monologue I do is a little bit different every time I do it. And I learned to dance on the road. Somebody was saying, where did you learn to dance? Did you take lessons? I didn't so much take lessons as I watched people imitated them, pieced the tradition together with research, and practiced every day for years. The first steps I learned were simple flat-footing steps. If we had a big floor, I would teach you these in about 15 minutes. This is the walking step. You can do this all day and never get anywhere. The chug. And this step is thought to come from the slaves, very much West African movement. Except in some societies, people dance with bare feet on the earth, and in other societies, people wear leather-soled shoes and live and work in buildings that have floors. So, in American society, it turned from a dance form that was visual to one that is percussive. I also learned Indian, which is thought to come from Cherokee ceremonial dance. One of the places where I've learned steps in North Carolina is the trailhead at the beginning of the Trail of Tears, Cherokee, Brasstown, North Carolina. So over time, I would meet people and they'd show me steps. The two-sounded walking step expanded into the three-sounded walking step. And my friend Chris Bischoff from Louisville, Kentucky, taught me the four-sounded walking step, which is called the Tennessee walking step. And that is the time step around which this dance form revolves. That I could do all day. I love this step. Some years ago, I was in Wisconsin at a festival and I met a dancer named Tamara Lowenthal from Indiana. She said, if you take this rhythm and you take out and add in different toe and heel sounds, you'll start to tell stories with your feet. Take out the right toe sound. Take out the left heel sound. Take out the right heel. Getting very sparse now. left feet, the right toe for a shuffle. Or a scuffle. Oh wait, the Lone Ranger just rode in. The old timers would call it talking feet. So every step I do has a story. Some of them are show steps. I learned the scissors in Arkansas. Or the silent scissors. The Applejack in North Carolina. And a fun kind of slide in North Carolina also. You need one for that. In the mountains of Georgia, another slide I learned from some kids. Ellie Grace in Columbia, Missouri calls this the scuffle. So you're going to do one more sound in a scuffle. Charlie Burke in Western Pennsylvania showed me the gallop. Caleb Cobb in Arkansas said, add a step in there and you get something that looks kind of Irish. In Canada, you dance more on the toes, clear flowers from Prince Edward Island. Keep Breton broken ankles. So every step I do has a story. The person I met who showed it to me. The Willard Watson from the Watson family, as his often knows it to me, from Western North Carolina. One time I was in Arkansas in the mountains. They call it jig dancing there. They dance very vigorously. The women historically danced so active and flamboyantly. Women were very demure. And I think I'm one of the first generations to change that. So this next step I'm going to do, a woman wouldn't have done. I saw a guy doing it. He was 11 feet tall. And he weighed 30 pounds. And that was the first time I ever saw him wheel. Dennis Derry said, do everything equally on both sides of the body to be a good balanced dancer. So I practiced doing it on one side. Because I'm a right-footed dancer. And I can do both at once as well. I just don't really feel like it right now, but I'll do it later. So when we lived in Foster all those years, rural on an old farm, 18th century farm, 26 acres, I would practice in our old barn. It was a time like this. I think it was February, and it was cold, and I was in my own little world in our barn, on our quiet road, unheated, with the door shut. I was seeing how fast I could do this. And I stopped and I heard this on the road. You're getting better! And there was this guy who does a 10-mile loop, year-round, on his bike. And he'd been monitoring my progress for weeks, outside my barn door. And another time, a young family moved into one of our near neighbors' houses. You know, in the country, sometimes you don't meet your neighbor for a while. Or actually, anywhere, you don't meet your neighbor for a while. And so we didn't meet them for a whole season. And when we did, they said, we thought you were building an addition for a while. And another time, a guy was jogging by and he said, were you exercising the horses in there? And that is the story of flogging. Thank you again for coming out, everyone.